Welcome back to the World League Show. Next on the menu is the German League, the Bundesliga as we call it. And our German League expert, Abutu Achema, is already in the house. Abutu, it's good to have you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, well, the action has started already because yesterday evening there was a match. Union Berlin beat Bayern Leverkusen 1-0. Where did this team come from? Taking
Union Berlin, I think Awoni is doing a nice job for them. I think he's their talisman. But
yes.
Jokes apart, they've been quite impressive this season,
yes.
Taking on the big boys, and they have fought on the log. And never say never.
Honestly,
no one can say.
I'm not sure I'd go if anybody ever envisaged that. You don't believe?
Yes,
would be up there.
And we're already past the middle mark of the season.
Yes.
And if they continue, if they keep up this momentum or maintain this type of fitness level that they have now, they may qualify for Europe.
Exactly. So
or even challenge for the title.
Back and there, because Leverkusen that they beat are third on the table.
Yes,
so
third on the
they
table.
Are one of the top teams.
Yeah, and this is the second time Leverkusen. They are the second team to beat Leverkusen this season. So Leverkusen, they've had a wonderful season so far. But Union Berlin, no one expected the win. One goal, 1-0, almost at the last minute of the game. So we have to give it up for Union Berlin.
And you mentioned our own Taiwo doing very well.
Yes.
Yeah. So we hope that they continue in this vein, because that's the beauty of the game. When the so-called small teams begin to do well, we want to see that happen. But again, we always know that when push comes to shove, sometimes you begin to see that some of them are not able to maintain the momentum. But with Union Berlin, for what we have seen so far, we'll keep our fingers crossed and see how far they can go. Kudos to them, honestly. They have done very, very well. For today, we have a number of matches. I'll just run through the matches. We have Cologne taking on Hertha Berlin, Borussia Dortmund against Mainz. Werder Bremen will be up against FC Augsburg. Offenham will play Arminia Bielefeld. Wolfsburg will entertain RB Leipzig, while Stuttgart will play Borussia Mönchengladbach. Abutu, we have the Wolfsburg-Leipzig match.
That's a match.
That's because that's the second place team and the fifth place team. And
yes. You see, Weghorst has been a very wonderful talisman for Wolfsburg, and they've been doing quite well. He's a top scorer. And the fun part of it is that as the top striker or the main man in Wolfsburg, he has scored more goals than all the strikers in Leipzig put together.
That's interesting.
That's the interesting thing there. You know, although Wolfsburg, they drew with Union Berlin last weekend.
Union Berlin. Very difficult to beat.
Union Berlin. They drew with Union Berlin last weekend, and then with Leipzig losing to Haaland and the gang over the weekend. So you know that's going to be a match in which both teams will try to come back from the points dropped and the points lost and try to maybe fight for a win. Well, the fun part, another fun fact is that Leipzig, they've not lost back to back since the new coach took over. And then, of course, Wolfsburg, they have also one of the best defense in the Bundesliga. Yeah. What Leipzig have going for them is that there is no player in Leipzig that you are going to pin down. They are all, maybe except the goalkeeper,
they're like a machine rolling
they
over you.
They are all goal scorers. Although we saw what happened last weekend with Dortmund, I won't want to call that an upset, but Dortmund putting 3 goals into the goal of the Leipzig defense is unheard of this season. So I know that this is going to be a match that would live up to its expectations as a very good match.
Exactly. But you know, Leipzig, a new side, taking the German Bundesliga by storm the last couple of years.
Yes.
Even the UEFA Champions League, where they got to semi-finals last season. Is it that somehow they're doing well this season? They still occupy the second position. But you see, it is still a close call for the season. No team is actually outstanding as last season when Bayern Munich just blew everybody away. Yes. Leipzig too. But can we say that surprise factor that has to do, since they qualified for the Champions League. People now say, this is not a small team. So whenever they are coming, they prepare for them very well.
Yeah,
are we seeing that begin to affect Leipzig?
I think I will say that because for now they still have the best defense in the Bundesliga. They've conceded only 12 goals, and of course Wolfsburg have conceded 17. One thing Leipzig they have going for them is that not only can they defend, they can score. And
they lost Timo Werner at the beginning of the season. And
yes.
It's surprising that they've still been able to maintain a bit of the standard.
A few weeks ago, when we were having this show, we said something about the youth system in German football. Generally, they've done a marvelous job. So as a player is exiting, they have 2 or 3 more waiting to come into to take over his place. Now, what they had going for them, this season is a very peculiar season. Yeah. Yes, we have a lot of dynamics that we used to know before are no longer working. Yeah. So for a team like Leipzig, I think that wow factor is beginning to gradually wane off because it's unheard of. 3 goals against Leipzig.
Because as I say, it is more difficult to remain at the top.
Yes, than to climb up.
And to climb up. Now they are there because for a team to play in the Champions League semi-final, it's not fit and play very well. So now they are now being rated among the big teams. So other teams now do extra preparation as they prepare for the next of Bayern Munich. Well, away from that match, we have the Cologne match against Hertha Berlin. Cologne down the table, about third from bottom. They are not doing well this season. Hertha Berlin 12th on the table as well. So for this match, Cologne are playing at home.
Yeah, Cologne, although they are playing at home, and one thing that we've seen Cologne doing this season is their inability to stop the other players from scoring, the other team from scoring, and it's always coming back to hurt them. I don't see them doing any better with Hertha Berlin. But this is a peculiar season, like I said earlier, and then. Well, anything will happen, but I think I see Hertha Berlin running away with this one.
Exactly, and then Borussia Dortmund take on Mainz. This should be a very easy fixture for Borussia Dortmund. Mainz, interestingly, you're not interested about it. Why I'm laughing. Mainz are now last on the table. Yes. Shocker. So there's a team Shocker can.
I don't know.
Shocker that had not won throughout 2020. They didn't win a single match throughout 2020. They just won their first match last week.
And they won emphatically.
And they are both shocked. They are both Mainz.
Mainz, yes.
What does that tell about the quality of this Mainz team?
Well,
they are playing the Dortmund side that just beat Leipzig last weekend.
Yes, not only just beat Leipzig. Holland is back.
Yeah,
he has scored 25 goals from 25 matches. Nobody has done that. Nobody has done that. He has done that, and I do not see him not scoring at least a goal in this season. Sancho is back. He's in top form. In the last 2 matches, he assisted, he scored. So
Mokoko is playing well.
Mokoko is playing well as well. So they have options.
This thing you said about the youth system, it's really good in general.
And then with Ansel Witsel, he got injured. Well, he's out, but there's Jude Bellingham there to take over. There's Emre Can to take over. So they have options. I don't see Mainz coming up with an upset here.
But Dortmund, they are 5th on the table. That is not where we expect them to be.
They are 5th on the table.
They are still not living to their, playing to their potential.
They are 5th on the table. If you remember, they fired their coach.
Yeah.
The new coach that came on board, out of 5 matches, he has won 4.
Already,
so I think they are beginning to pick themselves up.
Honestly, because we thought that this year they were going to push Bayern Munich.
We were expecting that this year, but well,
anyway, they can still do that.
They can do something about
it. Bayern lost last weekend, so if they go through a poor run of form, who says Dortmund?
Dortmund may overtake.
Anything can happen. Anyway, moving on, we have Werder Bremen taking on Augsburg. This should be a mid-table clash.
It's a mid-table clash that it's not going to be. It should not be ignored.
Werder Bremen 13, nothing separating them.
Yeah, it should not be ignored. But Werder Bremen, they are trying to get back to where they used to be.
Werder Bremen used to be some of the top teams in those days.
So they are trying to get back to where
they went on relegation. And they came
back. So it's still a long journey, and gradually they are clawing their place. They are clawing themselves back to where they ought to be.
And Arminia Bielefeld and Hoffenheim. These two teams, 14th and 15th. So they are
this
just
is going to be
together.
a tough one.
So
yeah, this is going to be a tough one.
A close call, right?
Because when you look at, yeah, it's going to be a close call. Schalke won Hoffenheim.
Yes.
Last week.
Oh, okay. They were the team that
Yes.
Schalke
Yes.
used to.
Then 3 goals. Considered 3 goals from one player. Of course, it ended 4-0. So here is a team that should be very upset after losing to
Schalke,
the worst team in
so to speak.
Yeah, the worst team in the Bundesliga. Considerably the worst team in the top leagues in Europe.
Single match
Yes,
2020.
they didn't win a single match throughout 2020, and the first people they won is Hoffenheim. I think they are still not. It's not a nice record. And then Bielefeld, they won Hertha Berlin over the weekend. One thing they have going for them is that in the last 4 matches they've been winning 1-0. 1-0, 1-0, 1-0.
Another 1-0,
so
right?
I'm not saying it's going to be another 1-0 because I think Hoffenheim would want to redeem themselves.
Exactly.
So it's going to be a tough one for the for Bielefeld.
Okay, Stuttgart will play Borussia Mönchengladbach. Borussia Mönchengladbach beat Bayern Munich last week, and you know that they are in very good form.
Yeah.
And they play Stuttgart. Stuttgart themselves are not doing badly, 10th on the table. They just came back from the 2nd division. They were relegated before,
yes.
So they are trying to get back to what they used to be, just like Werder Bremen.
Just like Bremen. You see, Stuttgart, surprise win, surprise team, doing well so far. When you look at by all metrics, I think they've done well for themselves this season so far. But as for Gladbach, well, a team in Europe, they need to do better than that. They are not doing very well this season, especially towards the end of last year, 2020.
That is what you just mentioned could be the problem. They are in Europe.
Yes, they were in Europe.
They have to play both Europe, and not every team is big enough to be able to accommodate that. That's why you have to credit the likes of Bayern that play Europe week in, week out. They still win.
Still win. Yes.
Yes,
but you see, one thing that Stuttgart have for them is that they have the best away record in the league so far. At least this is also for the first time in their club history. They've gone 7 games at home without a win.
Wow.
So it's I think it's something that maybe
they're playing at home.
They're playing at home.
So that means Borussia Mönchengladbach can cash in on that.
Yes, because they've not been winning at home. They play better away. Maybe it's because the fans are not around. I don't know why, but they play better away. So I think it's one good thing that may help Gladbach to win this.
Okay, so this for tomorrow we have Bayern Munich taking on Freiburg. Bayern Munich lost last week, and Freiburg. I don't fancy being the team that Bayern Munich will play after losing a match. So how do you see this encounter?
They've done well for themselves this year. In this new year,
8 on the table.
Yes,
actually.
they've really done well for themselves in this new year. Yeah. They have a for the past 5 matches. They've won all the past 5 matches that they've played in this year. I think they have the best record in this year. 100% they'll be winning their matches, but when you look at Bayern Munich, they lost over the weekend. They lost in the DFB Cup. They lost also. So I think this is going to be a match in which they'll try as much as possible to redeem themselves. But one other fun fact: against Cologne, Freiburg scored 5 goals.
That's Cologne.
I like that. I like that. That's Cologne.
That's Cologne.
That's Cologne.
Talking about European champions.
Yeah. So
but this football, anything can still happen.
It's still football. So maybe I'm not going to say this is not going to be a match that will just be like
easy for Bayern.
But because of what the pour on of fun. Yeah. Losing back to back is not a very nice thing for any team.
It's not common with them.
Yeah, it's not common with them. So it's going to be maybe a little issue for them. But Bayern we're talking about. Okay, fine.
The last match for the weekend tomorrow we'll see Eintracht Frankfurt take on Schalke. So a few weeks ago it would have been a one-sided affair, but now Schalke seems to have bounced back. Well, so Eintracht Frankfurt need to be worried, right?
Yeah, two things, right? 2 things Schalke have done for themselves. One, they got a new coach.
Yeah, Christian Gross.
And the first thing he did was to get a defender from Arsenal on loan.
Match, yeah.
The first match he played, we saw the result.
Yeah.
So he also changed their formation. They're now playing 4-4-2.
Yes.
So you now have a firmer defense for them. No, they've been shipping in the goals.
Exactly.
They've really been shipping in the goals
with ease.
So yeah. So and then going for Frankfurt, I think one wonderful thing they have going for them is that they got an extra striker in Jovic.
Okay.
Now we have they had Silva, who was third. No, I think he was fourth on the league on the scorers chart. Yeah. And now they have Jovic, who they've gotten back on loan for the rest of the season.
Boosted their attack.
So they boosted their attack, but Schalke have boosted their defense.
So it's boosted attack or boosted defense. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed. Schalke, kudos to them. They are bouncing back, and it will be the greatest comeback if they don't get relegated. I think for them this season, not getting relegated will
be like winning the league.
Exactly.
That will be like winning the league.
Yes, exactly.
But I really don't want to see a team like Schalke relegated this
because
season. It's a beautiful team, and it's a team that we all loved watching. So I don't think it would be a nice thing for them to be relegated this season. Anyway,
we hope they don't. I look at the league table. We've been talking about their positions, but just for the records, Bayern Munich still top, despite losing last weekend. RB Leipzig second, Bayer Leverkusen fourth, third, and Union Berlin. They are even talking.
Yes, they may go to Europe this season.
Yes, we'll keep our fingers crossed. Then the last four teams, Mainz, last week it was Schalke that was there. They have exchanged position. So Schalke is now second from bottom, and then we have Cologne and Arminia Bielefeld. Those are the four teams. Then looking at the scorers, well, it's not surprising. Lewandowski 20 goals. Haaland is 12 goals.
Still as it is.
And
Silva is
third. Yeah, Silva entered Frankfurt or Silva, and you could see the scorers chart, the graphics on the screen there.
Yeah, one other thing that you can see from there is that here is Haaland, who went on an injury layoff.
Okay.
Just came back and resumed banging in the goals. So I think if this young man continues at this pace, he may eventually overtake Lewandowski.
Well, that would be interesting to know.
Lewandowski is 20 without any injury.
Yeah.
And this young man,
12 goals.
12 goals. So
just 8 goals difference.
8 goals difference.
And the way he scores, he can score 4 goals.
In a match.
Matches in a row, in 2 consecutive matches. And
yes, and then it's true.
Anyway, the German Bundesliga are always interesting, and it's getting more and more interesting, given the fact that the quality of strikers. You also mentioned where goes the Wolfsburg player. So there's another striker coming up, and so many good players in the German Bundesliga. Like for Dortmund, we had the Mokokos of this world that are just coming up.
16 years.
Yeah, so well, Bundesliga, I'm telling you, is a place to be if you don't know, because a lot is happening out there. I want to thank Abuja Chema for always making our time to be with us. We always enjoy your incisive analysis of German Bundesliga.
It's a pleasure to be here. The Bundesliga is the best league, actually.
Yes, for you, because you are an expert in that area. There are others that we also say the other leagues are the best, but then you can't. What you can't take away from the Bundesliga is that you are sure of quality football at all times. The quality of players that play in the Bundesliga comparable to the ones that play in any other league. That is coming from me. I can defend that any day. Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you, sir.
And the show continues. We'll take a short break, and when we return, we shall be talking about the Italian Serie A with our own Italian Serie A expert. We'll get to meet him when we come back from this short break.
Sergio Ramos was missing for Real Madrid, who nearly fell behind very early on. Nolito with the ball over the top. Iago Aspas couldn't get the power on the shot to get it past Ramos's replacement, Nacho, making the clearance. And immediately, Real Madrid breaking. Marco Asensio with the cross to the far post, and Lucas Vázquez with the opening goal. So